Приветствую вас, дорогие друзья, меня зовут Виталий, он Жимон. Мы продолжаем проходить Mass Effect легендарное издание Mass Effect 2. Ну, давайте с поваром побазарим. Все, что ли? Ты что, ничего не продаешь?
We don't have a karaoke machine anymore. You do not want to hear drunk elk or sing.
Не продает ничего.
Welcome back, Shepard. It has been 2 years, 3 months, and 17 days since the Citadel last greeted you. The Zakara Ward Marketplace provides shopping and storage space for the less privileged residents of the station.
Магазины.
What sort of things are sold here?
The Certa Foundation, a medical technology group from the Alliance, has an outlet store. Saranus Applications offers professional software.
И все, что ли, блин?
Why are there warehouses in the middle of a shopping district?
This area is close to Zakara Ward's keel docking station. Freighters attach there to load passengers and supplies. Goods are stored locally until they can be distributed within the ward or transported off the station. However, CSEC recommends that visitors exercise caution, as these short-term warehouses are often used to move illegal goods.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using a
Блин, а где ж нам провизию-то найти, а? Фонд Сирта. Снаряжение Радама. СБЦ Капитан Бейли. Сувениры. Блин, а где искать-то провизию? Что-то ни хрена не пойму. Если честно. Пиц, конечно. Там мы были же, да? Да, здесь мы были. А здесь мы были. Вот так вот мы пошли и сюда пришли. Может, с советом поговорить? Как вы думаете? Здесь у нас что? Здесь у нас ничего. Где этот капитан Бейли или кто он там? С СБЦ. С ним покалякать. Короче, надо ходить и вот так вот тыкаться везде. И везде тыкаться, мыкаться. Кафе Закер.
I hear this is the best place for food on Zakara Ward.
You heard wrong. This is the best place for food on the whole damn Citadel.
Деликатесы. Популярная военно-историческая повесть «Путь». Зачем нам? Давай купим по 5 кредитов. Пусть будет. Деликатесы. Доставьте продукты питания Коку. А, ну вот и все, мы закупились. Теперь повару их надо отдать. Так. Направо кафе. СБЦ Капитан Кейли. А, ну с ним разговариваем. А тут кафе, да? Комната допросов нет доступа. Нет, это комната допросов. А, все, мы в кафе уже были. Так, ладно, а где нам? Совет найти. Тут мы что-то не можем. А, во, президиум, погнали. А почему сразу не было доступно? Интересно.
Shepard, welcome back to the ranks of the living. I wasn't sure you got my message.
Been a long time, Captain.
It's Counselor now. I had to give up my commission when I joined the Council. I'm glad you came. Though I was hoping the rest of the Council would be here for this meeting too. Unfortunately, they rarely listen to me. Sometimes I wonder if Udina would have been the better choice for this.
Nobody said this was going to be easy. But I know you. You get things done.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I doubt Udina would echo it. He thinks I need to work on my people skills.
The ambassador knows how to play politics. Just tell him what you need and let him figure out how to push it through.
Unfortunately, that usually involves pissing off the rest of the Council. They veto my suggestions and nothing changes. Truth is, I just don't have the knack for compromising my principles. A bad trait for a counselor.
I'm still not clear on why you wanted me to come.
There's been a lot of talk since you came back. Some of what I hear has been, frankly, a little disturbing. I wanted to give you a chance to explain your actions. Maybe get the Council to see things from your point of view. But they refused to see you. You let the previous Council die during Sovereign's attack on the Citadel. They feel you'll always put human interests before galactic concerns. Rumors that you're working with Cerberus haven't helped. What are you doing out there?
The Collectors are abducting our colonists in the Terminus systems. And I think they're working for the Reapers.
The Collectors? We hadn't considered that. There's so little data. They've always seemed like a fringe threat. If they're a front for the Reapers, this is big. But even that may not be enough to get the Council off its tail. The others have spent the past 2 years convincing themselves the Reapers don't exist. I tried to get the truth out, but they don't want to see it. It's just easier for them to accept Sovereign as a Geth warship.
Are they blind? What about Vigil, the Prothean VI on Ilos?
The VI in Ilos shut itself down. You're the only one who spoke to it, just like you and your crew are the only ones who spoke directly to Sovereign. Officially, the existence of the Reapers has been dismissed as a myth spread by Saren to convince the Geth to follow him. We both know the truth. But I've spent 2 years fighting that line, and I don't have much to show for it.
The original council was made up of a bunch of blind, stubborn morons. The new council looks just as bad.
It's up to you to stop the Reaper, Shepard. All I've got is a title if you want it. I can reinstate your Spectre status. I won't win any popularity contests, but they can't really object. Your title was never officially rescinded when you died. Besides, you're still a hero to humanity, and the Council knows the danger of discounting our opinion.
I'll take whatever asset I can get, old friend. Coming from you, it's as good as the first time.
Not quite the same level of ceremony, and more symbolic than useful, but it still has weight in some quarters. The rest is up to you. I'll keep the Council and the Alliance off your back. Shouldn't be too hard if you're operating out in the Terminus systems.
Anderson, we need to talk about... Shepard, what are you doing here?
Stopped by to see how Anderson was doing.
I hope you didn't do anything foolish, Counselor. Like try to arrange a meeting with the Council. There could be serious political ramifications.
I don't answer to you, Udina. Why don't you go to your office and think about that for a while?
Of course, Counselor. Good day to both of you.
Sorry about that. Udina's never gotten over the fact that I got the Council position instead of him. Sometimes I need to put him in his place.
Udina's just doing his job.
True enough. He's got his uses. And if you want something done on the Citadel, he knows who can make it happen. Plus, he's always happy to attend all those formal diplomatic functions I can't be bothered with.
How have the last couple of years treated you?
Serving on the Council isn't how I plan to spend my twilight years. Sometimes it feels like I'm just beating my head against a wall. Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff. I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
I'm surprised no one can tell Sovereign isn't Geth technology. Didn't they examine the wreckage?
We don't have much to look at. Pieces of it rained all over the station. It was chaos, with who knows how many species combing the wards for their dead. We secured as much of it as we could. But between the keepers and a whole lot of unauthorized salvage, there's no way to account for even half of that thing. Another reason why they don't want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there. But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
I better go.
Of course, Shepard, I understand. I wish I could do more to help you. But if you ever want to talk, I'll be here. Just do me a favor and be careful. You can't trust Cerberus.
Так я и так ему не очень-то доверяю, Церберу этому. Так, ну ладно, что делать? Пошли на корабль. Виски бы, конечно, еще купить. Бутылочку. А где ее взять? Офис СБЦ, магазин сувениров. Темная звезда. Подожди, где этот? Бар какой-нибудь. Бар Темная звезда. Фига себе, блин. Как далеко. Погоди. Давай заглянем вот этот в бар Темную звезду. Что такое? Так долго загружается? Очень странно. Ох ты, черт. Че так далеко-то? Кто? Ладно, хрен с ним.
People want to hear your story, Shepard.
Да?
Khaleesa been seen in Al Jelani, Westerland News.
А, опять вести.
I interviewed you 2 years ago when you first became a Spectre. You presented your case very well on camera. Do you have a minute?
You spent the whole time trying to make me look like I was selling out Earth to the Council.
You proved me wrong in the end. Now that you've resurfaced your
Да
news
иди в
again,
задницу.
I just want to give your story its due. Sources claim you were at the heart of the Presidium during the Battle of the Citadel. It's fair to say the course of the battle hinged on your words. If true, you told Admiral Hackett to abandon the Destiny Ascension, sacrificing nearly 10,000 lives, including the previous Citadel Council.
I had to leave a friend and crewmate in a nuclear fireball on a planet you've never even heard of. People die. I don't have time for this crap.
Commander Shepard, former darling of the Alliance, a broken and haunted figure.
Ой,
Check
пошла ты в
Did we get anything?
задницу.
I'll never
Козлина,
sell.
поганая. Что-нибудь напишешь про меня, я тебе волосы повырываю нахрен. Что у нас? А, ну правильно, там где-то Темная звезда. Вот она. Чувак, у тебя есть виски? Как он там? Бренди.
I want the strongest thing you have.
Easy enough.
It's green.
And guaranteed to knock you on your ass. Unless you're dextro DNA like me. If you are, it'll kill you. Anything else?
Hear about anything interesting going on around here?
I serve drinks. You want to know what's going on? Check the news. I don't know why humans always ask me that.
I'm done for now.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Бренди купить. Купить бренди Сара... Сэр Айс Айс. Да, конечно, купить. Вот и все дела. Вот мы и нашли. Ну, правильно, в баре надо было искать. Где ж еще там? Либо в магазине сувениров, если бы это была очень редкая бутылочка. Так, ну тогда поехали на Нормандию. Больше нам пока здесь делать нечего. Так, Нормандия. Хорошо. Теперь... Да, я обязательно их прочитаю. Где у нас? Где у нас? Где у нас? Где у нас? Здесь вот, по-моему. Так. Посмотри, как, блин, открыто теперь. А, тут вор поселился. Хорошо. Наблюдательный мостик. Доступно. Это что такое? Тема управления клапаном. Ага. Тут пусть будет открыто. Так, а тут у нас что? Спиртное. Вылить. Зачем выливать? Не будем ничего выливать. Это что такое? Роза.
That used to be my calling card when I first started out. In place of whatever I took, I left a single red rose. It wasn't until I met Keiji that I realized how silly it was. He had a way of making you realize when you were just being sentimental.
Понятно.
I stole that on a dare, believe it or not. There was a big museum show coming to Ilium. Artifacts from Earth going on tour. Very high security. Keiji dared me to steal this. So I broke in, hacked the security, put a few guards to sleep, and replaced the piece with a worthless duplicate. They never knew the difference. My first museum job. Nowhere near the last.
Уж точно не последняя.
That's my favorite piece, painted for me by a child prodigy from Elysium. She was the cutest thing. She was kidnapped by slavers who hoped to sell her on Omega. I wasn't about to let that happen. I set up an idea as a buyer's rep to get a special tour of the slaver's vessel. Once aboard, I freed the girl and smuggled her off the ship. She painted that for me on the way home. I'll never forget how it felt to watch her work. Don't laugh, I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels, the classics. There's something about the feel of actual paper in your hands, their musty smell. It's relaxing. Keiji used to find books for me while on the job. Some of these are more valuable than the objects he was hired to steal.
Я вот что-то не помню вот этого персонажа Касуми. Вообще не помню. Знаю, что Кроган у нас еще должен появиться. Только как зовут, не помню. Так, ну не сюда, а вот туда. А погоди, ну туалет. Туалет. Туалет я не хочу. А где медицина? Вот, давайте продукты отдадим.
Commander, those provisions you provided were perfect. I owe you. I've already thrown together some of my calamari gumbo. Here, try a bite. Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
Да не за что. Так, пойдем к Чакварис. Бутылочку ей отдадим. Чаквас, блин, Чакварис.
How may I help you, Commander?
I have a present for you, Doc.
Sarah's ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here, right now, you and me?
Давай.
You crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
To Jenkins, to Presley, and to Williams.
May they never be forgotten.
Думаю, что такое, блин? Че меня качает, блин, понятно. А ты уже спать завалилась, да? Я офигею, блин. Так, секунду. У сыну там кто-то пишет. Так, а ну все, в принципе, пошли почитаем сообщения. Да двинемся куда-нибудь. Поехали. Хотя, знаешь, еще давай. А у нас, блин, наверное, не хватит ресурсов на исследование. Ресурсов на исследование не хватит. Про усовершенствование. Да, это я понял. Штурмовая броня Цербер. А, это обзор улучшений. Подожди. Броня Инферно. Ого. Запас панициллина. Да блин, почему обзор-то? А где сами улучшения-то делать? АП. Что за херня? С мордами я не хочу разговаривать. А, это обзор вот. Офигеть. Запас панициллина. Что-то, блин, столько бабла уже. Потратил я. Улучшение оружия. Ага. Запас панициллина. Давай исследуем. Так. На эту нам не хватает. Ну ладно, пошли. Пошли куда-нибудь полетим, чтобы ресурсы зарабатывать. А все, я понял. Так. Статус команды, непрочитанное сообщение. Вы живы? Эмили Вонг. Так вы живы? Как же получилось, что вы вышли из-под прикрытия, где провели 2 года, но не предложили эксклюзивное интервью своему любимому репортеру? Когда решите передохнуть и будете готовы пообщаться, дайте мне знать. Да идите нахрен. Так, спутница Шаира. Капитан, я думал, что мои бодрящие слова вам не помогли, что они оказались бесполезными, но мне передали, что вы живы. Я рада слышать, что ваше путешествие не закончено, но чувствую, что вы снова направляетесь во тьму, еще более глубокую. Сражаясь с Арном, вы испытали только себя, но боюсь, что теперь вам нельзя полагаться лишь на свои силы. Сделайте все возможное, чтобы те, кто бьется на вашей стороне, воевали с ясным разумом и чистым сердцем. Берегите себя, спутница Шаира. Понятно. Все понятненько. Охраняемся и полетели. Не надо стыковку, надо отстыковку. Так, цитадель, ретранслятор, ну-ка давай сюда. Топлива у нас еще предостаточно, зонды есть. Помочь Касуме. Ну вот полетели, Касуме поможем. Ольцман. Топливо у нас только вот здесь тратится. Я так понимаю, между галактиками. Перелет между галактиками. какая-то водяная планета. Так, вот тут что-то чуть-чуточку есть. Да я знаю я. Там же совсем децл. Чуть-чуть платины совсем. Вообще ни о чем. Во-во-во-во-во-во-во. Во-во-во-во-во. Угу. Уже получше. Блин, что-то... Вот та планета богата была ресурсами. А это так себе. О-о-о. Так, хорошо. Нам-то надо, что нам надо? Нам надо найти аномалию. Запасы скудные. Даже написано. Может, даже не стоит и тратить зонды, раз тут скудные запасы. Теперь можете использовать проект урон штурмовой винтовки. Так, а на этой планете может и не быть аномалии. Здесь не написано даже. Все, запасы исчерпаны, аномалий нету здесь. В смысле запасы исчерпаны? Вот же еще есть. И вот есть. А написано исчерпано. Почему? Почему, я не понял. Вон, смотри, сколько запасов. Ах ты, обмануть меня хотели, да? Исчерпано, говорит. Зонды тратить, блин. Тоже неохота. В принципе, все. Да нет, вот еще. Вот еще чуть-чуть. И вот еще чуть-чуть. Все. Выходим отсюда. Эту планету мы обшмонали. Крупная каменистая планета, токсичная атмосфера, блин. Здесь тоже нету аномалии. А нам нужна аномалия, насколько я понимаю. Но здесь ресурсов побольше. Ну, смотри, прям. Давай я пока на паузу поставлю. Неинтересно, думаю, смотреть эти ресурсы. Короче, собрал я там ресурсов немного. Блин, тут столько планет, а мне вот сюда. А чё же я сразу-то не посмотрел? Все зонды почти израсходовал. Давай еще посканируем. Запасы исчерпаны. Вот тогда нахер. Приземляемся. Так, и есть всего 2 очка. А я только с Касуми, да, пойду? Ладно.
You clean up well, Mr. Solomon Gunn. Hawk won't know what hit him.
Solomon Gunn?
I assume Solomon Gunn is my cover?
You run a small but talented band of mercs out in the Terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hawk respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just don't start talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
Remind me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hawk's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed my partner and stole his gray box. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
I take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason.
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
Спасибо.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently. Our friend Hawk is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself. Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a side-on. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up. Then we just waltz into the vault and take back KG's gray box. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
This ought to be interesting.
That's what I'm going for. This is our stop. After you, Mr. Gunn.
Just one moment, sir. There seems to be an issue with the statue.
Is there a problem, yeah?
No, Mr. Hawk. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hawk.
Solomon Gunn. A pleasure.
Sir, the scanners aren't picking anything up.
I don't think our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. Do you? You may pass through, Mr. Gunn, with my apologies. But I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
Care to explain why my friend has to stand outside?
I don't like the look of your friend, so she stays outside. Simple as that.
If it makes you feel more secure, she can wait outside.
Good to see we're not going to have a problem. Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No, we've never seen each other in person, and no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking. I'll stay out of sight and stick with you the best I can. We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong. We need to find the door and case the security. We'll figure out the next step then.
Такой прикольный Шепард в костюмчике. Классно выглядит. Блин, 2 отступник, 2 герой. В смысле? За что я отступника-то получил? Я ничего не мог сделать, чтобы его пропустить. Или мог? Так, мне надо двери найти. Угу. Куда-то сюда показывает, наверное, вниз. Архангель.
Gone or something. Good riddance, I say.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected. Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a vault needs to be impenetrable.
This gonna be a problem?
Please, remember who you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters. And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it. KG could get through a system like this in his sleep. And I'm better. Let's get to it.
Найти ДНК Хока. Отключить голосовой замок, узнать пароль от хранилища. И поговорить с Хоком достаточно. Капздец, что-то понадавали заданий, блин. Ну, пошли искать. Пошли с Хоком сначала поговорим. Можно бегать? Где он стоит?
There he is. All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print. Pull out the charm on this one, Chet. Whenever you're ready. After you.
Mr. Gunn, hope you're having a good time. That scene at the door hasn't soured your evening, I hope.
I understand the security, but who would dare try to break into Donovan Hawk's home?
Gunn, in our line of work, we attract a certain element. Few understand the pains we take to keep the barbarians at bay. People these days want comfort, entertainment, love. They don't see that the galaxy is fragile. They only have to worry about simple luxuries. Why? Because people like me and you are doing the terrible things that keep the galaxy spinning. This party is for us, the cleaners, the support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always be a market for the things we do.
Какие речи толкает. Давай еще поговорим.
I said get him talking, and you got him talking. We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Ага, все нормально.
Enjoy the party, Mr. Gunn.
Once we find the password, we can get past the voice scanner.
Хорошо, блин, где мне его искать? Этот паспорт. Я даже... Ага, там закрыто. Ну ладно, дорогие друзья, давайте здесь остановимся и будем искать уже в следующий раз. А на сегодня у меня все. С вами был Виталий, он же Монк. Ставьте лайки, не забывайте подписываться на канал, пишите комментарии. Всем пока-пока и удачи.